Action. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel again. 3856206. These are 206 big block Chevy heads. I have a few questions. I don't know that anybody knows, but if you don't, they're going to the machine shop anyway. At the valve stems down here, it looks like they've been threaded down in. These were done by a machine shop back in the 80s. They still had the umbrellas. Back then they didn't have that technology what we have now, the technology, to grind these down and then grind them again and put a rubber valve seal. So that's what I'm taking them in for. I'm going to have that spiral crap checked. See if that is an issue. If it is, we'll have them punched out and put bronze guides in them. Long story short, the valves here, you can see it right there at the end of my thumb. It doesn't want to focus very well, but they're cut into right here by the clips, the keepers. You can see it. There it is up there. Right there on that top edge they're cut into. And down here, the umbrella seal is smashed into the top. So lift is so great. And down here, they're cut into as well right there. And it gets worse in a couple spots. A couple of them really have a groove down here into it, like the top of this one. We're going to take them in and have them take 600 off the intake and 700 off the exhaust, or vice versa. I know for sure it's one or the other, but 1.6 and 1.7, that's max you want to take before you start to get that topple and cause issues. So we're going to have these taken down. We'll have them ground so we can put a rubber seal on, because with my springs, what we got going here, and I want to have my springs checked while I'm in there too, because basically what we got going on here is back then, maybe they didn't sell a tougher spring. I don't know whether these are stock, what it is, but these are a 303 spacer you put into here. Then you go ahead and you put your spring in there, and that makes it tougher. Well, these are a dual spring with a third center spring added to the dual spring with these under it. That could be the reason it's eating into it. So I want to take one of these shims, the spring, the setup right into them, and explain what I see is going on here with the head. And what we'll do is we'll have these cut down, exhaust, intake, and we'll go ahead and have it ground for the proper seal and get proper springs. If it doesn't have to have this, something he'll recommend that has the same pressure without all this. Maybe just a dual, not a triple, with a, we'll figure out how that can go. And then obviously we're going to switch these over to a better roller rocker, and all the valves are stock, they're not stainless. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And but back then these are brand new, but they're yellowed because they had literally set. This vehicle was fired up, it got oil pressure, then was shut off, and it wasn't ran again since the 80s. So this vehicle these heads are brand new from, but it's I want to say like 89 technology, is what I remember. 87 to 89 is the technology that was used to build these for racing. So you can imagine there's lots of things now that can be done, but they're bored way open, and in the exit, they match the headers I have for them, specifically the hole, so there's no lip where the exhaust comes out, it hits the lip of the exhaust, rounds around it, then comes in. No, they're perfectly, they're about a 1/4 inch bigger around, and on this side they're port and polished and all ready too. And when you put your exhaust gasket on here, you trace it, and then you actually remove all the metal that port matches them to this style exhaust gaskets, or intake gaskets that you use. But that's it. That's a wrap. These are 427 big block Chevy, 396, 454 heads. They're all, but they're oval port, like I say, 3856206, which means they're 206 big block Chevy heads. There you go. This is the video for the day. It's not very long. Appreciate everybody. Subscribe, comment, like. Have a good day. I'm gonna pop another one up about this here. This is a Trans, and that's a 700 R4. We'll talk about that. Thank you.